So Hive 5 has really given us a number of problems this year.
In this video, we're going to be talking about some of the struggles that we've had in Hive 5 that we haven't really talked about much on this channel.
Hives 4, 5, and 6 were all brand new hives that we started this year. Here's our little guy helping us get ready to start these hives. Here on the left we have hives 4, 5, and 6. These were started from resources that we took from hives 2 and 3. This one is hive 5. Initially, I was very happy with Hive 5 because of the 3 new hives. Hive 5 was the first one to have a mated queen and was the strongest hive to start out. If you watch our channel, you may recall that I replaced all of our queens with VSH queens to prevent varroa mites. This is when the trouble started. So this is the new queen for Hive 5, and I'm about to put her into the hive. And these bees are from Hive 5, and they're checking her out, but I just saw one was trying to sting through the cage. So they have yet to accept her. But this is why we use delayed release cages. So right now they see her as a foreign queen that's not welcome. But over here they are chewing through the candy. But the delay in the amount of time it takes to get through the candy, they should have welcomed her by then. So we had a bad experience recently in Hive 5 here. This is Hive 5, and recently I tried to replace this queen, and a couple days after I put the new queen in, so you use these queen cages to install a new queen, and they take a few days and it releases the queen. Well, I came in to inspect the queen a couple days later, and they were doing what they call balling the queen. That's where they're all kind of like dogpiling on top of the queen, and they're trying to overheat the new queen and kill her. It's because they haven't accepted the new queen. And what I'm trying to do is replace my queens with varroa sensitive hygienic queens, VSH queens. And so they have this genetic trait that prevents varroa mites from being able to take over the hive and breed in the hive. And it's a way of helping to control varroa mites without the use of chemicals. Well, they rejected that queen, and during that inspection they were actually balling that queen, and during that inspection that queen actually managed to fly away, and she hasn't come back. So this hive here, Hive 5, is actually queenless right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help them raise up a queen. It's not going to be a pure VSH queen, but it's going to be a half-breed of a VSH queen, because Hive 6 still has a VSH queen. So I'm going to take some eggs from this hive and I'm going to put it in Hive 5. And they're going to use the eggs from Hive 6 to create a queen for Hive 5. So I got to figure out which frames I want to use, and they have to be frames that have eggs. That's the sound of a queen piping.
Piping is the sound a queen bee makes when she is announcing her presence and challenging any other queens to a fight.
So this queen that we heard piping has been sitting here with all these bees for about 10 minutes, and no bees are piling on top of the cage. None of them are climbing into the cage. So I think it's safe to say that this is a brand new unmated queen. I haven't seen any eggs in the hive, so that's where we're at. We can confirm that she's not a mated queen. So this is the queen cell that our new queen emerged from. She chewed through it, and that's where she came out of. So now this new queen that emerged, her mission is going to be to find these queen cells here. So these things that hang off of the honeycomb that kind of resemble peanuts are queen cells. So as the beehive is raising up queens, the first queen that emerges is going to actually try and find any of these queens. And she's going to try and eliminate any competition. So every one of these is going to be her mission to try and find them and eliminate them. And if she can do that before they emerge from their cell, she will do that.
So the queen bee you heard piping is not the queen that won the queen battle. The commotion you see is a queen returning from a mating flight. This happens to be our 5-legged queen. If you watch our channel, you may remember what happened with our 5-legged queen.
Unfortunately, yesterday I was in Hive 5 and I found out that they rejected this queen and she was gone. So now we will have to start the process of raising a queen all over again.
So this is Hive 7. This is my temporary hive. And something unusual is going on, so I start filming. Here I found the queen in Hive 7. But now the bees are doing something down here. This is called balling. I don't know what they found, but whatever it is, they're trying to kill it. And what they do is they clump together and they're trying to kill whatever's inside of this clump and overheat it. And it could be that there's an intruder. It could be that there's another queen in here that just flew back to the wrong hive. So I'm going to see if I can find what it is.
So they're actually attacking, looks like a piece of wood. Unless there's more over here. Because if this is a queen that just flew back to the wrong hive, I don't want them to kill it. I want to get it back to the right hive. Oh yeah, it is a queen. So there's a queen bee in here that they were all trying to attack. So I'm going to put a little smoke on them to calm them down. And hopefully she's still alive. Yeah, bud? Just give me a few minutes, bud. So this queen is still alive, but she's not doing well. And I'm wondering if this is the queen from Hive 5. So I'm going to put her here and find out. Because Hive 5 was supposed to have a queen emerging, and she may have gone on a mating flight. And if she came back to the wrong beehive, this is what we could expect to see. So her only chance of survival is to go into Hive 5 and have them accept her. So they're actually bringing her in. Well, Hive 5 is my next inspection, so we'll see. I've seen in the past where a queen is injured and the bees kind of nurse them back to health. And so if that is the queen from Hive 5, this may have just been her saving, you know, we may have just saved her life. And you know, I try to prevent this because all my hives are different colors. Like here I have a excluder. Here on Hive 5 I don't. So it helps prevent them from going back to the wrong hive. But I can't control a bee. But you see now they still smell where that queen was. And some of them are still hanging out in that area. So if that is the queen from Hive 5, I'm sure they'll nurse it back to health. Hopefully. Unfortunately, they didn't nurse her back to health, and she wasn't in there the next day when I inspected this beehive.
So I had to start the queen raising process all over again. So this is hive 5, and the first frame that I pulled out of the bottom of this hive shows right here what used to be queen cells. So that's a queen cell that's been chewed open. Right there we have a queen cell that's been chewed open. So as I'm going through this hive, I'm going to be looking. Right over here we got another queen cell that's been chewed open. I'm going to be looking for queens. They may still be unmated queens. I'm going to be looking for eggs, see if we have a mated queen in here. And we'll see what we have. So I spotted a queen for hive 5. She was on this frame, but she just went around to the bottom side. Right, we'll see when it focuses. And she's right there on the edge. She just went around to the other side again. Right here is a queen. She's still pretty small. Right now it's too early to tell if she's mated or not. But you see she's got this shiny back, she's got amber legs. That right there is a queen bee. I don't think I'm going to mark this queen, simply because I want to have one queen that's not marked, so that we can have a little bit of fun with her and maybe do some queen spotting puzzles and games and things like that. See who can find her if she's not marked. So here I have Queen 5 from Hive 5, and looking at her closely, looking at the length of her abdomen compared to the length of her wingtips, I'm pretty sure she probably is a mated queen because she's a little more developed. I haven't seen any eggs yet, but I'm going to keep looking. But a way that I can tell if she is mated is I can take this cage and I can put it here with the bees, and if bees are drawn to her, then she's mated. So it looks like there's a good sign that she's mated because the bees are not ignoring her.
If you do this with an unmated queen, they'll pretty much ignore her. So I'm thinking this queen is pretty much checks out that she is a mated queen. So I think we have resolved our queenless problems here in Hive 5, and we can expect Hive 5 to start being a productive hive really soon. Here is Queen 5. Here you can see Queen 5 is busy laying eggs. This means we finally have a good queen in Hive 5. It took roughly 2 months before Hive 5 had a queen that started laying eggs, which is an incredibly long amount of time for a hive to be queenless.
Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to be notified when we upload new videos, ring that notification bell.